Yeah, I like the look of the new sheet, but man, it's got a lot of issues.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully they fix a bunch of it.
Yeah, no, the 2014 one only shows the 2014 rules, which was kind of the expectation.
Well, they're like, I can use both, and then, like, it can't, though, can it?
Well, the 2024 sheets can. The 2014 sheets can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently the new sheet has a problem with that compendium.
Advantage.
Son of a
Awesome.
monkey buzzard. Yeah.
Lovely.
So the only fix would be to dump everybody's character and change the character sheet and restart the game.
Okay.
I mean, if need be, but
Yeah, I'm halfway through.
Character sheet's giving me. I'm okay with that. For sure.
All right. Anybody want to save out before I do this?
What?
Save any character settings that you have. Like copy and paste.
How would I even do that? Because I did everything by hand.
I don't know. There used to be a way to export your character sheet.
Oh, I guess there would be. Hold on. No, that's not the button. That's not the button.
Okay, character sheet template.
No, that's not the button.
Let me just
No.
screenshot my shit.
Nope.
Character.
I mean, I'm gonna have to restart. I can't just, like, I guess re-import.
It doesn't look like it matters anyway. It's not going to let me change it.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Roll20.
Very cool, Roll20.
If,
Get it out of
Because
your
like I said,
system
if
now.
you have to,
supposedly the sheet supports both 2024 and 2014 in a single sheet.
yeah, no, you're just gonna have to choose what sheet you use if you do both. But you could import everything by hand. I mean, it's not.
The only downside is if I have to do the class custom, it won't let me pick the Artificer spell list
Yeah.
or make a custom one.
Well, again, that's why you do the like close approximations thing or whatever. Like here, hold on.
For the artificer spells.
Yeah, it's not about doing the spell. Like, if you're not using character, if you're editing it directly.
Yeah.
I believe there's a way to give yourself spellcasting and then input manually how many, like, spell slots and stuff you have. I forget where it is. Okay. Sheet settings, is it? No. Somewhere under spells, I think. Yeah, spellcasting ability and then spell slots. You just add the spell slots and how many you have by hand. And then for the actual spell list, you're just gonna have to do all that by hand.
When I go to edit directly and go to spellcasting ability and spell slots, it wants me to go to the builder.
Really? Because I can do it for mine.
Yeah, you want me to go to builder. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why either. Is it because you went to the Character Mancer at first?
Maybe, I don't.
Because I hit edit sheet directly because I knew mine wasn't going to be able to do all that.
I think so, because I did edit sheet and now I can't get back to the character master to try it.
Yep. Once you do one, you can't do the other. Stupid.
We're using the 2014 or the 2020 rule, the sheet.
2024. Actually,
2024, yeah.
so this sheet supports both.
Yeah, because I'm on the 2014 sheet and I can get between both.
Yeah.
Not the 20 foot. The 20. I'm gonna hit
24
myself in
sheet?
the head. Yeah, I'm on the 2024 sheet, and I've been able to go back and forth.
So when you do spell slots, you can input them by hand.
No, it just doesn't let me.
Oh.
I'm in the edit directly right now. I can add a spell directly, but
Yeah,
when I go to spellcasting ability or spell slots, it wants me to go to the D&D builder.
That's dumb.
It's very dumb because the builder is not helping me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Who's talking right now?
Maka.
Maka. Okay. Let me check something. I think I know why you're having a problem.
Oh.
It looks like somehow your character sheet got set to NPC.
What?
So
The fuck?
let me delete your sheet.
Yeah.
And I'll recreate one for you.
All right.
That
Can you do the
is
same for me?
ridiculous.
Who's
Or
speaking?
if mine is also the same situation?
Okay,
That's
hang on.
France, by the way.
Okay. Oh. Well, where is your sheet? Okay.
Matcha or rats?
Maca Flame.
Mine is Sprig O Mint. Although there's probably two versions showing because I tried checking the 2014 stuff.
Sprig. Okay, I'm not seeing you in the character list.
Nice.
All right, I'm just going to go ahead and add a new sheet. Okay. Create.
Wait, hold on. Is my sheet showing in the character list now?
Let's see. I do not see it yet.
Maybe try refresh. I went to like the main sheet thing
Okay.
and noticed I didn't have party member selected.
Mine doesn't have that either.
Well, also it appears to not even be saving when I select that though.
There may not be a party to join. That may be a thing that has to be set up.
Okay, I'm refreshing. Wow, I don't even see the new sheet I made for you. What is going on?
Thank you, Roll20. Thank you for being you. Honestly, that GIF, the Goal? Is that how you say your username?
Huh? Wait, what? What? Wait, what? Wait, what?
It. Do you pronounce your username as Goal?
Ghoulbot.
Cool. Okay. But the GIF that Ghoul sent of the skeleton falling over, hitting the shelf. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. I feel like it's gonna be the hate death of the universe before this site wants to be friendly to me.
Roll 20 is enemies with everyone.
Yeah,
Oh,
We have to
I-
drag it kicking and screaming to do our bidding.
I
Yeah.
actually do have Foundry VTT.
I've never tried the Foundry VTT.
Foundry is very good,
It's very
but it is also much
complicated.
more intensive on the GM's part to set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am on a game that uses it on Wednesdays, and it's cool, and there's like spell effects and stuff, but it's a lot of work from what I'm told, which there's already a lot on the GM, so it's not something I have to push for.
I will not lie. I will feel very guilty if I force a GM to use a whole different TTT just because of me.
Plus, you have to have port forwarding set up, and that's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh god, point forwarding.
All right, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you have-
shut down my browser and restart my browser.
Yeah. Plus, so with Foundry, you can only access it while the GM is like has it open. It's like a
Yeah.
server
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, that's terrible.
The only
Yeah.
way you can avoid that is if you use Forge and pay for a server. You have the
Which-
option to
That's-
turn off or pause the server, but
Not
you
entirely accurate. I actually
Oh.
ran it on a Raspberry Pi,
or that.
Ah.
and it stayed
Yeah.
running continuously.
Yeah. Or if you have
So
a way to do something
basically,
like that. Yeah.
you have to run a small server for it, though.
Yes. All right. Back into Roll20. Let's go back into the campaign. Launch game. Okay. Okay, well, now I see Maka Flare character sheet. Not in the character sheet area, but it's there. Do you want to try editing that sheet directly without the answer?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try also restarting my browser real quick. Before I do that, just to be certain. Alright, Task Manager. Kill Microsoft Edge.
Yeah. Okay, who else was having problems with their sheet that wanted to have a new sheet?
Rance, I believe, right?
Rants, but yeah, I'm checking. I'm trying a different browser just to see if that'll make a difference.
Okay. Did you change your name by chance? Your sheet
My
name?
name is Honora, the character name.
Oh, Honora. Okay, I see Honora.
Somehow I created a character sheet too with some weird name, Kahin Patreoju,
Okay.
which I wasn't trying to create another.
The autogen names are funny.
Okay. So what issue were you having with your sheet?
It wouldn't let me update my ability scores. It wouldn't let me. Had a lot of things.
Oh. Yeah. Probably because your sheet's locked. I'll double check, make sure.
Stuff.
Huh. Ability scores. Yeah, it's locked even for me. So.
I mean, I don't have enough in it that I care. If you want, if it's easier for you to just wipe it out, then I'll start over. Or if you want me to try something else, either way is fine.
Advanced options.
Okay, now I'm back in. So, which sheet did you want me to try editing?
Your name. The sheet that just says your name.
I do not see a sheet that just says my name.
Huh. All right. Hey, give me a second here. Okay. I figured out how to edit your ability scores. So, under your character sheet, let's see. Okay, there's your ability scores. Okay, there's a little gear in the corner of the box.
Yeah.
Click on that gear. And it's unfortunately not where you think it is. So under each ability score, there is an advanced options.
Yeah.
You click on that. And it won't let you modify your score there. You have to go down.
Override total score.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you should be able to save it and update your scores.
It won't let me.
Holy fuck.
Constitution. It let me do that for strength and dexterity. And then what happened was I accidentally overrode the modifier on Constitution. And when I undid that, from then on, it will not let me. Like, I have override total score turned on, but it won't let me actually change the value in the box.
Hang on. Okay, it says Constitution of 10. I go override. What's your Constitution?
16.
Okay. So where it says total score,
Mhm.
have you tried modifying that?
Yes.
Okay.
Now it just let me highlight it. I don't know. It would not before. I don't know why.
The wonders of roll 20.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, these sheets are nuts. Okay. Are you able to save it? No, did it take?
I was able to save that one. Now
Okay.
I'll see how the next one's.
Okay. Then I'm going to get out of your character sheet. Okay. Let's see. Manser, you said you can't see your sheet, right? Or Maka Flare. I'm sorry, Manser.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention for a sec.
You said you can't see your sheet?
The only sheets I see are the 2 sprig omen sheets I made.
All right, hang on. Okay, do a refresh.
No, I see it.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Maka Flare. Should I go into the character builder or
No, just edit it directly. I think you'll find it's much easier.
Well, here we go.
I think. Don't hold me to that.
I'm very happy I didn't have issues I usually do with these sorts of things.
Yeah, you're one of the lucky ones.
Yeah, for once.
Oh, at playtime, typically I'll expect to play roughly 3 hours, maybe 3.5.
Alright.
And you'll level up. I think I already said this, but maybe a couple of them were missing. Usually, after 9 hours of play, you'll typically level up. Unless, of course, you have like one episode that's a complete shopping trip. Then it'll be 4 sessions.
Got it.
Although if you have two boss fights that are kind of back to back, it might only be 2 sessions before you level up. All right. While you guys are finishing up working on your characters, do you guys want to do like introduction of your name, your character's name, class, and race to each other?
Probably a good idea.
Do we give parts of our backstory?
That is entirely up to you.
I haven't written mine yet, so.
Yeah,
I've
same.
also not written mine.
Yeah, and it's
Alright.
the settings. We now know the settings going to be Faerun. You're technically going to be starting in Kalimshan. Hang on.
Ah,
Oh, that's neat.
thank you.
And you'll actually be starting in Calimport,
Got it.
which
I
is a
take it
major
that's the
city.
capital.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I see the star now.
We got a little town map or something.
There's a world map up.
You ever like town maps?
Probably see it once we start.
Yeah. I wanted you guys to see the entire world first, so you could pick potentially with your backstory where you come from and what your background is. So, who wants to go first? I guess who's got their character sheet flushed out the most?
I guess me then.
Okay.
All right. I'm Skello. That's easy enough, or Clay if you prefer, whichever is easier. I'm running a Kobold Sorcerer by the name of Vex. I plan to go Draconic Sorcerer. Gonna just go full in on the dragon motif.
Okay.
Okay, I go next, I guess. I'm Gulguad, although my name is Gester. Human fighter. She may, at one point, have been a politician and a war general, and she may have lost all her memories and skills. You know, don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it.
I love that backstory because I actually have a character in another campaign that started off the same way.
Oh, nice.
Shit.
Okay. Anything else?
Oh, I think that the color orange is the tastiest color.
All right. Who wants to go next?
I'll go. I am going to be playing a gelatin artificer, going the alchemist subclass later, known as Sprig O' Mint. I don't have much for his backstory, basically, but
Sure.
based off the racial thing, gelatins are basically symbiotic fusions between an ooze and a reanimated skeleton.
Nice.
Not edible.
No, it's very
And
much
you
not.
have a pet gelatinous cube.
Incredible.
Actually, did
Sure.
have a character with one of those.
Familiar?
I'm sure that nothing will go wrong with that.
Like having a pet Roomba.
Yeah. Okay. Who's next? Or who's left?
Yeah, I guess I might be the last one.
Okay.
I'm playing Honora. She is a cleric, a drow. She is a pacifist. She was raised to be a knight by her family, but she abandoned that, left that life, joined a temple, became a priest to promote peace, and so.
And you did say the race is drow?
Oh, human. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I was about to say,
All right.
that could be interesting if it's drow.
No, she's a human.
Okay.
Probably from along the Sword Coast, I would guess.
Okay. Well, like I said, nobody's really got backstories yet, so feel free to change whatever you want to.
Paragraphs. What do you mean?
Nobody but you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah, you're
admittedly, you also are a first timer coming in.
That's.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
that's the
very
funniest part.
Yeah. All right.
And
My
then,
name's
I
Tony.
guess-
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, I guess I'm last. My name's AC. I'm going to be playing a dwarven pugilist named Durgam Kegkeeper.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
So tell
Don't
me
have
what.
much other than he is a ex-guard tavern brawler.
What is a purgilist for the rest of us?
A pugilist, think monk but strength-based. They're basically boxers, wrestlers, things
Oh,
like
that's
that.
right. You stated that before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Instead of key points, I get moxie that I can
Okay.
spend to do
Oh,
kind
that's a
of
fun word
pugilist
for it.
abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
All right. I'm Tony, your dungeon master. I do run a Friday game. That's every week. This game, of course, will be every other week, pending my wife's schedule with the grandsons. We'll generally play every other week unless it happens to fall on a holiday. And if you guys want to take off for the holiday, that's fine. If you're going to miss a session, not a big deal. Just if you have a moment to let me know, that's appreciated. We did set the default setting to Faerun. I will let you know that I will create a second campaign for when we don't have people showing up. I'm going to go ahead and make that Theros so you guys can have exposure to that.
All right.
So it's kind of a one shot, except that it'll truly be a multi shot. Because if somebody's got to be gone for 2 sessions, then we'll just play that for 2 sessions.
All right.
There is the potential for a third campaign, depending on the mix of who's missing. And the secondary Theros campaign, you'll also start at level 1. If we do a third, I'll probably let you guys pick what level you want to come in at. And that world will be a completely custom world.
Interesting.
Uh, uh, so a couple of details about the Faerun you should be aware of. The spell plague has not happened yet. If you're into the history of the Faerun.
That's when what's her name? The previous goddess of magic died, right?
Yes.
Mithra, yeah.
Oh right, yeah, because it's always Mistra. It's just another version of her.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Okay,
that
that's when
event,
the previous version of Mistra died.
Mithra be dying.
yeah,
That's back. So wait, this is pre-spell plague?
yes,
Interesting.
Holy shit! That means this is in the era where 10th level magic and shit existed.
yes,
Well, you did say it was high magic.
yes.
Yep.
So that's kind of the general gist of it. You, as players, would also be aware, being in Callanport, the Githyanki or Githyanki are slavers in the Faerun.
Yeah.
So be aware of that. And then we can kind of go ahead and start with your introductions. You've done the bar scene. You've all met and have shared drinks as a graduating class. However, when you wake up in the morning, you find all of yourselves in a cell. But that cell is not in a jail. It appears to be set in a warehouse. And in the cell with you is a gnome. Now, what you see outside of the cell is a table with what appears to be a large flesh golem, who seems to be missing the top portion of his head. And there are two wizards who are in the process of stitching up body parts to the golem. And as you observe and listen, you discover that their names are Randolph and Mortimer. Additionally, you discover that the gnome was responsible for spiking your drinks and bringing you here in exchange for his life. All your initial starting gear is sitting over to one side in a corner.
Darn.
I haven't done my stats rolling yet, so I'm going to do that now.
Okay, So-
Yeah.
We're like
that-
right now.
is where you're officially going to be starting.
Got it.
It's you said roll 7, then drop the
Yeah,
lowest roll, right?
in one of the chats, I pasted the command that will roll them and sum them all for you in a bar, or one of the other guys did it too.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can. If you do it in Brass, it is very handy.
Yeah, it is. Like, okay. See
Yeah,
the big ones. How do I
Yeah.
do
So
that?
just do this, but take the period out and one for each stat.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Oh god, my there's a fucking cat in the room, and my cat's gonna be screaming the entire time.
Basically just that right there. Oh, nice. 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 7. So I guess that 9's getting dropped.
sure.
Oh, you got a nat 18? That's awesome.
Yeah, I know exactly where I'm putting that too.
That is very fucking nice.
Yep.
Yeah, especially once you roll a or add your any racial bonuses you might have.
Yep.
I got some reading to do.
Onto that.
I just
Ooh, stats roll. I think that is, other than character token, pretty much everything I needed.
So can I start metagaming already?
So
I had
hey,
not chosen my I had not chosen my prepared spells yet, since I'm still building my character. So it sounds like I should pick spells that don't need material components for the beginning.
you
I
might
mean, that
want
depends.
at least one maybe.
Also, that
Which I
depends on
guess
how strict he is with
woke up.
material components, because a lot of material components in D&D are like if they're not a gold piece cost, they're just a pun.
well, if you have a
Yep.
focus, they're generally ignored, if I'm not mistaken.
I think.
As long as they don't have a gold cost.
I assume my holy spell symbol would be taken also.
I'd say like all of our equipment was over to the side.
Yeah.
Spellcasting focus, use in place of its spell's material components of those materials aren't consumed by the spell and don't have a cost specified.
Also, because I'm
So I
really
can't cast Mage
Artificer.
Armor.
Because I know there's two types of prepared casters. Is Artificer the type of prepared caster that it knows its entire spell list and then prepares an amount of those?
I believe so. They're one of those classes because they're a half caster. Most half casters do.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm just reading.
You
I'm
know
not.
all of your spells.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
Cool. That's gonna be so many fucking spells to input.
Real quick,
Yep.
I've got fighter, artificer, cleric, the pugilist.
Yep.
Yes.
Boxer.
Yeah.
You can just call it a boxer.
Okay.
Too. That's what it is. Yep.
Punchy, but
man.
not monk punchy.
No. Yeah. The big distinction I wanted to make.
And what's the last class that I'm missing?
Fighter.
Sorcerer?
Oh wait, no, never mind.
Sorcerer. That's right.
Put him in chat.
Probably more fighter.
Okay. So now you got to show us your flying saucer.
Simba just starts screaming when we're like in and we're playing.
Yep.
And I mean like scream, like break the wine glass with your voice type shit.
I don't think I can hit a note like that anymore. Or ever, to be honest. I can't sing, but you know.
We believe. Hey
No,
guys,
my
can you
voice.
tell my cat to shut the fuck up?
Oh, we can't hear him.
Yeah, I don't believe I can.
Stop me out.
I can't help you there, mate.
I can't control another caster's familiars.
Oh,
That's a genius way to put that. Yeah.
By the way, once you're free, these are your graduation awards.
Oh my.
Oh my word.
Check Roll20 chat.
I just see a dash. Oh, never mind. I see the
Scroll
whole
down.
thing.
Yeah,
Oh, he posted a huge list. Oh,
Oh, that's so good for me.
Oh, and yeah, you might want to keep a loot list.
Yes. That is wise.
Okay. Okay.
You guys might
I'm
also
gonna-
want to assign somebody to take notes.
Sorcerer. Boxer. There we go.
Oh, I also will let you know, I am recording these sessions. I do post them on a YouTube channel. Generally, only players subscribe to it because I'm not trying to get views. So I will take. Usually, I'll spread out the recordings over a couple of days, and after YouTube has transcribed it, I'll generate a summary of the chat, and that'll be in the description of each video.
Oh, nice.
So
That's handy.
yeah, if you miss a session, it's one place you can go back and look, see, and read the summary. Not necessarily have to watch 2 or 3 hours of play if you don't feel like it, and have an idea of what happened. But it also gives us a good way to reference stuff back.
Yeah. Got that on a thing now.
Crystal baby. Cat's in my lap now. Hi, baby.
All right. So before we actually get started, if you're not working on your character, I guess take a 5-10 minute break.
Right.
And
That works for me.
be back in a minute.
Alright. I now realize I've made the horrible mistake of being the only charisma-focused class, and I'm bad at talking to people.
have fun.
Just don't make me be the only face. I am a 2'6" kobold. You can't hide behind me.
Yeah,
Two
I got some
2'4",
charisma.
excuse me.
I got some pretty good charisma.
Yeah. I love that Magic Initiate is something you just get with a background now. I can have so many cantrips at the gate. It's wonderful.
Yeah, Magic Initiate being a background. The whole, background's giving a feat.
A proper feat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cat
Oh yeah, I'm pretty much gonna be the tank here.
Yeah.
Because let's see what pugilist. I forgot to do my health.
I mean, all of you can wear armor, so you can all take some hits.
I don't.
Oh,
I can, but I
2%?
don't because I
You have
get
a-
Iron Chin. I get 12 plus my Constitution.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's like a weird old mage armor.
Mm.
Or no, mage armor source. Interesting.
Constitution
Well, all the
modifier.
same, yours is going to be higher than mine, especially in this first a little bit, because I can't cast mage armor without a focus. So I got 12 AC. Actually, I guess we're all down to our decks. Or yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
you
we're
have
all
no-
at the decks.
we're out of
presumably,
we're out of our.
But no, I'm I've got Dwarven toughness and the tough feat, so I'm gonna have a lot of max health.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
My dude is there to take hits and you know
That is a
hit
beautiful
that.
combination. What's your hit die? Is it a D10?
It's a D10, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You and Fighter Boy are going to be the front lines.
Mm-hmm.
Is your cleric gonna be wearing armor?
Yeah, medium armor, I think.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out what I can actually afford yet, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But eventually.
I guess-
I also like that as a pugilist. I also get I basically get what is the Tavern Brawler feat in a way because I also get improvised weapon proficiency and
Oh, nice. You can hit
one of
guys
my
with other
features,
guys.
fisticuffs, which is like the martial arts thing for them. Any improvised weapon that I use gets the Sat Mastery, with which I'm proficient to use. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
So,
You-
so if I remember the Stat Mastery, where is it? If I hit a creature with an improvised weapon, they have disadvantage on their next attack roll before the start of my next turn. So I could just pull a chair out of nowhere and just bop them one, and they'll have disadvantage, which is nice.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
That screams bar brawler. Let's actually do more than this guy.
Yeah, if you're going to make cat noises, I'm going to have you change your race to a tabaxi.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm the one with a cat girl as a picture. So
I play VR chat. Do I need to say more?
no, actually, that's plenty.
Being a taxi would not be bad.
I prefer Khajiit personally.
Based.
So you mentioned that we were graduates of some manner. Is there a university or
Yes.
academy that we...
There's actually a huge academy here. It's one of 7 that are known throughout the Faerun. And from Callanport, you can go to one of the nearby coastal cities and board ships to go anywhere. But they also have the standard bulletin board of jobs to look at.
Alrighty. I see.
So quick roll call. Who's back?
I'm still here.
I'm here.
I'm here. I think it's just Masha.
Okay. So are the four of you ready to play? Yeah.
I'm good.
Start with the
Pretty
campaign.
much.
Okay.
I mean, I guess.
Sure.
Alright, so we start.
We'll wait for Matcha to come back.
Okay.
Probably won't get very far in the next hour, but
Can get us started.
yeah.
It's amazing the whiplash and how much you can get done in a D&D game, depending on the party's drive.
Yeah. Very true.
My my last session on Tuesday that I run, it was 4.5 hours of one conversation with an NPC. I did not have to do any planning for this week.
I had the group that plays on Friday nights when they first started out. They spent an entire game session trying to figure out how to deal with a single, simple door trap.
Was it actually trapped?
It was a magic missile trap.
Okay.
Throw a rock at it.
I mean, that was simple. You let the tank just face tank it.
Or get someone who has shield, since that negates the
Right.
spell.
Yeah, or that, yeah.
Bless you.
Yeah.
No, we had one guy who tried to do the transmute rock into mud, and he got stuck because where he chose was at a T wall intersection. Yeah. The tank didn't want to take because he didn't know how many magic missiles were going to hit him.
That's valid.
Yeah, and they had not rested. So it did make it a little complicated because they did all have some damage.
Look at my cat and journal chat. He looks muted.
In the end, one of the party members had 2 oils that they threw on the door and set the door on fire.
Yeah.
Which
Those adventuring packs are pretty handy.
Yeah. You have to remember that you have them.
Ooh, did mine? Okay, I do have rope. Good, that's important. I have rope and mage hand. I can do a lot of things with that.
Yeah. One other thing. I do not expect you guys to keep track of food.
Ah, wonderful.
Encumbrance, yes. Food, no.
Okay, I should get floating disc at some point. Is that
Oh,
all?
I have a question, Mr. DM, Mr. GM,
Yes.
Mr. God Guy. So, I don't know how to phrase this, but I don't want to. Whenever I'm going to attack, I don't want to say I roll to attack. I want to add specifics. Like I want to detail every single fucking move. And in doing that, can I argue for advantages or disadvantages on me in exchange for different things based on what move I'm performing?
Well, before you get into that, that'll bring us to the other house rule. Flanking gives you advantage.
Ooh, flanking.
Flanking also gives your enemy advantage.
Okay. Do keep in mind positioning then.
Yes.
That will be very important.
Yes. So the short answer to your question is maybe.
Okay, if I argue it well enough, okay.
And if it makes sense for the situation.
Okay, so if I argue it well enough, okay.
Will flanking apply only to melee attacks, or will ranged attacks count as well?
It will only apply to melee. Well, let me think about that for a minute, because we've never actually talked about that. Because usually all of our ranged attackers get advantage because they have an ability add-on.
Ah. I'm mostly just asking for the sake of spellcasting, since that's going to be my
Sure.
main way to fight.
Typically, no.
Alright.
Damn, how much is bro shitting?
Probably handling something before we get into it, if I had to wager.
Oh, down to the toilet.
Oh, and of course, it is Hat Magic campaign, so handy haversacks, bags of holding, portable holes are scattered throughout the rooms.
Sweet. And if not, we have an Artificer who can hopefully make one for us.
Yes.
He's the reason they're scattered.
Oh, and this will be a big one. So magic items in this realm, particularly armor and weapons, go all the way up to +10.
Oh my.
Ooh.
That
Nah.
is a big one.
The +10 stuff you probably won't see until you're in the mid-teens in levels.
I would wager.
Yeah. So my Friday night campaign, we had one character sent to a god. The 3 other characters are 16th level. One is a sovereign of the Feywild.
Ooh.
One is a anointed champion of Cord.
Okay.
And one is an immortal that belongs to a secret society known as the Grey Council, who received a boon that made her immortal.
Interesting.
Well,
So, becoming a god in a campaign is a possibility. It's not guaranteed. Surviving the campaign is also not necessarily guaranteed.
Sweet.
Oh, if you guys want to know what the crit hit and crit fails look like, under collection, if you scroll to the bottom, very bottom, you'll see crit hit and crit fail.
okay.
Or you should see them. The way Roll20's behaving.
At the bottom of compendium.
No. The collection looks like 3 circles with
Oh,
points.
I see. Yes,
Yeah.
I see it. There was a game I was in that our GM had it ruled that if you rolled 3 nat 20s in a row, you got a random boon, and if you rolled 3 nat 1s in a row, you died. Only on d20s, of course, but we had a couple close calls.
Yeah, I will say if you roll a crit fail, that does immediately end your turn.
Good to know.
I'll keep that in mind.
I do not place limits on the critical hits. The critical hits do have the unique ability to instantly make somebody a hero. In a separate campaign, had a 3rd level character in a single attack kill a Hydra.
Oh my.
Well, he crit, and then he rolled a crit on the crit hit table, which is instant kill. There is a saving throw for it, but the Hydra failed the saving throw.
Hmm.
Now, when it says kill on any of these tables, it means it takes you to 0 hit points.
Okay.
Yep.
So you would still get death saves.
Damn.
Are you able to read those tables?
I cannot, though. Let me, if I click roll, is it just gonna roll it? Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I'm not gonna spam through that.
Sure.
I'll let it be a surprise. More fun that way.
All right. I give Maka 2 more minutes, and then we'll just go ahead and get started.
All right.
Oh, and I guess one last thing. If you miss 3 sessions and you haven't reached out to me, your character is likely to die a very horrific death.
Wait, what? I wasn't listening. I was looking at gay people. What'd you say?
If you miss 3 sessions and you have not reached out to me, your character will probably die in a horrific manner.
Can I make a
Gotcha.
request? If that somehow happens with me, can it be fish related?
Sure.
I think it'd be funny. And not like a monster fish, just a regular fish. Yeah.
There are plenty of piranha
Here
in the seas.
If you miss 3 sessions, you're falling into a vat of those toe sucker fish. Only they eat you alive.
What? What?
You never heard about those?
No, I have, but
They eat the dead skin off your feet. That's
I don't want to hear about that.
well, they'll eat the dead skin off of anything, but
Stop talking about that.
Which means if you die in a vat of those things, then you eventually become nothing but dead skin.
yep.
I was thinking more about on a dare, he swallows some of those and they eat him from the inside out.
Improperly prepared pufferfish food.
Well, yeah, there's that.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Step on a lionfish. Does shellfish count for your
Also
request?
do it.
I'm back.
Hey.
Oh, yay! Welcome back.
Sorry, had to step away for some important phone calls, but also give me a sec. I'm doing a thing. It is about to make my life a million times easier. Which is called I'm buying the Eberron book because holy fuck, importing everything manually is going to.
Bomb.
No.
How do you make a bomb?
I mean, I'm not yet, but I might in this D&D game. I am an artificer.
Okay, so are you close to being ready to start, Maka?
I will be very close once I do this and then
Okay.
set this up.
And I apologize. I have no idea why it's not showing up for you.
No, it's fine, but this also means I'll have it for the future.
Okay.
Also, you still can't see the Spriggo Mint classes, right?
No, Thistle, don't open that. No, Thistle.
They're the sheets that I made.
Thistle, leave my phone alone. No scrolling Reddit. No. Ow!
Tony.
I'm checking. Oh, what am I looking for now?
I was asking if you still can't see either of those first 2 character sheets I made.
No, I cannot.
Okay, I will just be editing the one you gave me. I think I need to refresh the session.
Now, you would probably need to add me for the journal for those sheets if you wanted me to see them. If you didn't do that.
Oh, how do I do that?
So when you're in your character sheet, I think it's